TheRopeMonster live. Hoping to express my gratitude so far. I put out a video on the bicycle accident that happened last Saturday night. I got really lucky. I don't have any head injuries or anything, mostly abrasions and a really swollen ankle. Got some mate today. Hey, what's up, Adam? Good to see you here, man. We're going to talk about our favorite pastimes when we're bedridden, favorite Netflix series currently. I've watched a couple of good ones already. I never watch Netflix, guys, but when I'm in bed like this and I'm forced to, I get to just edit videos, drink mate, watch Netflix, eat snacks. Feeling pretty good. What's up, the warrior, Adam? Fifth Ave meds. I did not yet see that one, Adam. I haven't been able to keep up with all the comments on the recent video. So that's kind of why I'm doing this live stream, to say thanks to everyone. Netflix and chill, brother. That's right. Rambo Travels. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. I got some mate. Ava's been taking good care of me. I did send her out with the camera to try to do a beach update, and the results were, let's just say my cheeks hurt from laughing. She didn't get a whole lot done in pure Argentinian style. She was on her time, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I've seen the first season of Stranger Things, but, you know, it would be a good idea to actually catch up on that one. I watched the Ethernaut, is that right? I watched it in Spanish, so I don't know the name in English. But that was actually filmed in Ava's hometown of Paraná. What's up, Abram? Good to see you, my boy. How you doing, brother? Hopefully life is good for you. I'm just here having mate. I've got some of my favorite snacks, guys. I have celery with peanut butter. And I know that might be weird for some of you. When Ava first saw me eating celery and peanut butter, she was just kind of like, what is this guy doing? But you know what? If it's good, it's good. So let me know in the comments, guys, your favorite snacks when you're bedridden. This is one of mine. Nom nom nom. What's up, Chattahoochee? How you doing, man? Everything's good. Ava's at work right now. She's left me here with coconut water. I've got coconut water. I've got mate. I've got all my favorite snacks. Got a banana. Got some dark chocolate with mint. So life is good. And I thought I would check in with all you guys and just say what's up. Abram, thanks again, my friend. Always so kind. Supporting the channel. Cheers, my guy. A warm menudo when you're in bed. That sounds amazing. Oh, that sounds fantastic. My buddy Jeremiah just brought me some arrachera and some chicken. So I'm keeping the gains, guys. I'm staying strong. Staying very hydrated with all the coconut water and juices. Ava went on a juice run for me on her bicycle yesterday and brought me orange juice, watermelon juice, and limon con chia, all my favorites. I haven't tried that chili powder, no. That sounds interesting, Ruben. Enlighten me. Thank you, Sonny. I'm glad that the videos have helped you. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, is just trying to bring value where I see it. And I'm really glad it's helpful to you guys. El Fogon, I don't think they deliver anymore. I think they used to. They're just so busy now that I don't think they deliver. El Chelo delivers. I've got a couple of good empanada places that I've been ordering from. Let me know if you guys would watch a full-length video of best delivery foods of Playa, because I'm going to be racking up the delivery bills over the next days, and hopefully not weeks, but coming days. I am getting better rapidly. I've got the ankle iced right now, wrapped in ice. Hey Tracy, yeah, I'm in way less pain. I'm doing pretty well. China Joe will be down tomorrow. 10th Ave, yeah, there's a lot of good gems on 10th Avenue, guys. Let China Joe know, guys, in the comments the must-hit spots on 10th that you guys like. There's just so many of them. Delivery in Mexico, it's usually free. Yeah, the delivery service has been free, guys. I ordered from this empanada place. I'll have to add it in the description. I can't remember the name of it. There's a number of them. And I was surprised there was no delivery fee at all. We ordered, I think me and Ava ordered a dozen empanadas, and it was like 300 and something pesos. And we left a tip, of course, but the whole thing was pretty affordable. Saludos from Ocala, Florida. Nice. Awesome. Arrive in Playa on Sunday. Great. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Brandon Walsh. I don't know who those guys are, David. But I'm kind of a caveman. I don't watch a lot of, don't do a lot of social media. Thank you, Oberlina. What's up, Oberlina? Let me know in the comments, guys, your favorite snacks when you're bedridden. I'm doing a lot of celery and peanut butter. I'm just craving it. I don't know why. Just had some steak, some arrachera. Oh man, Abram, you're so sweet, brother. Just showering me with food delivery funds. Abram, I'm gonna screenshot this and and then give you a nice little shout out in the food delivery video. Oberlina, you too, have a good night. What happened with the accident? Doug, yeah, that's a good question. I'll give you guys the breakdown. I was coming back from filming that other side of the highway video, actually, with my friends Jim and Asami. Didn't have a light on my bike. Thought I would be fine, but I was going pretty fast. And there's that intersection by Lobo de Mar on 38th. I guess it's 38th. By the Deportivo and 20th. And some guy went through it and didn't even slow down. I guess he didn't see me. And he also didn't have his headlights on. And I tried to stop, and I went into a skid and realized I wasn't going to be able to stop. So I bailed off the bike and did a roll, actually 2 or 3 rolls. And the guy actually hit the front end of my bike, and the front wheel is completely bent. So it was the right decision to jump off. And I protected my head, but got my elbow and my ankle pretty beat up. Mostly just the ankle, though, surprisingly. No shoulder, no wrist injuries, so all pretty good. All right, Warrior. See you later, my friend. Thank you. I really appreciate the prayers, brother. We were in Ottawa. Hey, awesome. Yeah, guys, part of this, hey, Playa Canucks, Mark and Melanie in the house. Part of this is this live stream. I wanted to talk about favorite Netflix series, favorite snacks when you're in bed. I'm really enjoying the mate and then fruits and veggies and celery and peanut butter. But also, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone. The love that I'm getting on the latest video about what happened, sharing my $4 doctor visit and my $10 x-rays. The amount of love in the comments was just huge for me, guys. And then the amount of love I'm getting from my close friends. Of course, Ava's been caring for me, but Jeremiah, shout out my boy. He's come over with food multiple times. Lee brought me groceries yesterday. Ava, just as we're speaking, just sent me a message. A place called Punto Treinta where I can get Milanesa ordered. She wants me to order a Milanesa so I can stay strong. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so much love, guys. So many people have helped me out. So I just wanted to thank you all for the positive vibes. And really the lesson here is to take the lessons, but also just realize that these are blessings, even these little challenges. So we had fun the other day filming the video, even though I was in quite a bit of pain. It was still fun to film it for you guys. Doug, yeah, no problem, no problem. Doug, I did a video recently. Check out my latest upload. I did go to the doctor. It was a $4 doctor visit, and I got 3 X-rays for about $27. So the whole thing was a little over $30. And the X-rays are negative, guys. Nothing is fractured. I just have some connective tissue damage. It looks like to the back of the heel and stuff. It's that dull aching that you get when you separate connective tissue. I've done that to my trap before where it inserts to the skull. Helmet. Yes, Ruben. I think I'll use some of Abram's funds there to buy a helmet. So Abram Hernandez, my friend, thank you so much once again. He says for food delivery, so I'll be grabbing some food, give you a shout out in that video. We've had a couple of empanada places delivered. Playa Canucks, you guys, Mark and Melanie, I love you guys, I really do. And congrats to you guys on reopening the RV park, by the way. They say a couple of bucks for a slice of Renso when you're better, and perhaps a cerveza. Thank you guys, Mark and Melanie. For those of you who don't know, here in the community, Playa Canucks, Mark and Melody, they have a YouTube channel over there, and Mark is a pretty darn good drone pilot. I really enjoy some of your drone footage, so do feel free to check out their channel, guys. Playa Canucks, show them some love, subscribe. I really hope to see you guys grow over the coming years as you spend more and more time in Playa. But it sounds like you guys are running the RV park again up in Canada. How's that so far, guys? Let me know in the comments, Mark and Melanie, as I pour up some more mate. Ooh, burning myself. Defective thermos. I gotta take good care. Maybe health insurance. We'll see. Ola from the Baja. What's up? Baja. Did the driver? No, the driver kept right on going. It was Saturday night. He had his headlights off. I'm guessing he was inebriated and didn't want to risk the consequences of stopping. Hit and run is a very common thing, so I did want to mention that intersection is incredibly dangerous. I had a near miss there before when I was actually coming from 20th crossing 38th. People don't slow down for the little speed bumps there. They just fly through sometimes, so beware of that. Yeah, Adam, yeah, I still have the x-rays, so I can definitely get a second opinion, but based on the amount of swelling and how the swelling's gone down over the last few days, I don't think there's a fracture. I think if there was a fracture, there would be more swelling. So yeah, so far so good with the healing, guys. I did reach out to a friend who has an alternative therapy. He's just now opening. He has an alternative clinic. I got some peptide injections from him that are really helping a lot. So shout out to Kane. Kane was in the video, the other side of the highway. We were just eating steak and chilaquiles right before the accident happened. So shout out to Kane, and of course your mother Maggie, if you're watching, Maggie. Glad to hear that, Mark and Melanie. They say it's going great. Weather's getting better up north. First long weekend of the season. Next weekend here in Canada. Sold out park. Good for you guys. All right. I hope, Mark and Melanie, that you guys have a successful season up there so I can see more of you down here in Playa. I really enjoyed our coffee time at Panificacion Castillo. It was truly a pleasure hanging out with you guys in person and finally putting faces to the name Playa Canucks. So good things are coming to you guys already, it seems. Sold out park. That's a win. Round of applause and a big congrats to you guys, Playa Canucks. I'm trying to figure out why this thermos is leaking hot water. It's a cheapie. It's a cheapie. Let's see if I can. There we go. Nailed it. Leave in the comments, guys, if you like mate. I used to drink mate in the US, but I never had one of these. And now it feels very official when I go to beach volleyball and I have one of these. The Argentinians are like, "What happened to you, man? Like, you're drinking mate?" Jonathan Belcher, thank you, my friend. He says, your videos are making me want to head back for Christmas. Yes, please do come back. Mexico in general is a magical place to spend Christmas, whether you're in Puerto Vallarta, San Miguel de Allende, Playa del Carmen. Christmas and New Year's is just a blast here. So please do come back. And Jonathan, thank you, my friend, for your generosity and kindness. It's always just heartwarming to me that my videos have these kinds of effects on people. I ran into 2 subscribers that right after getting my x-rays done, Ava and I wanted pancakes because pancakes make everything better. So we sat down to pancakes at La Organica, and right next to me was a table of subscribers, G. Owens and your lady. Shout out G. Owens. They actually ended up, without even saying anything, they covered our bill at La Organica, and they said that they were here because of my videos. And so things like that, feedback like that is just, it's really special, guys. So thank you for sharing that, Jonathan. I appreciate it, brother. And I hope you make it back for Christmas or maybe even sooner. Adam says, that's my plan too. I want to have a successful summer here so I can spend more time in PDC. Get at it, Adam. Good job, my brother. Your goal is to buy 2 vehicles and rent them out for income. That seems like a solid plan. Always good to have some side hustles. The more income streams you can generate, the more likely you're going to be able to retire early or at least partially retire. So yeah, I mean, that's a nice little side hustle there, Adam. And as always, guys, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Your favorite Netflix series currently. I watched The Serpent. That was really good. And I watched Ethernaut, which is filmed in Ava's hometown of Paraná, Entre Rios, Argentina. And that was just a 6-episode miniseries, but wow, was it just enthralling, entertaining. But now I need a new Netflix series, guys, so let me know what I should be watching. Ruben, I just saw The Conclave on Prime Video. Okay, I might have to check that out. I've got Prime Video. I could do that. And guys, this is kind of a treat for me to have this downtime. It's all about perspective and how you look at it. I never get to watch Netflix. I've been catching up on some editing from older videos. I'll have some more stuff from Bacalar that I filmed all the way back in March. Where to get the best fish, the best whole fish. And it's not seafood. It actually comes from the lagoon. It's freshwater fish. Delish. And then just time to lay here and snack and chat with you guys. Like I'm sitting in a room with 50 friends. It's pretty sweet. Jonathan from Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, Black Mirror. I watched the first season of Black Mirror, and it is mind-bending, though, Jonathan. I'll say that. You can have some weird dreams after watching that. Am I right? Okay, Melanie is in full-time mama mode and wants you to feel better soon. I can feel the love from here, Melanie. I can feel the warm hugs. I know you would be making me some chicken soup or something to warm my belly if you were here. Yvonne, what's your long-term plan? To live in Playa forever, move back to the States eventually from Arizona. Also good call on Nike stock. Yes, sir. Thanks for the feedback on Nike. I just sold another cash secured put on it at $57, and it went right up into the low 60s. So I may not end up with those shares. Long-term plan, I love Playa del Carmen. This is home now. I have zero plans on moving back to the States. I actually used to live in Arizona. I was in Phoenix for a few years. And for me, Mexico is the long-term plan. Latin America is the long-term plan. Playa will be the home base, and then short trips to other parts of Mexico and South America as well. I plan on going to Colombia soon for a little bit, just a short trip, and then Oaxaca as well to see Cipolite, Mazunte, Huatulco, all of that. So that's kind of the long-term plan, my friend. We got Charlie Ortega in the house. Hey, man, thank you for your get well wishes on the video comments earlier. Hey Monster, what's up from North Carolina? I watched Black Mirror. Yeah, that's a great one. I've got how many seasons are there now? Because I watched season one, but that came out seems like years ago. From Chicago, not on Netflix, rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Amazing. That's a throwback for sure, no kidding. I'm from Portland, Oregon. To answer your question, Rip City, P Town, Bridge City, whatever you want to call it, the Rose City. Chicago here will be in PDC May 20th for 50th birthday. Nice. Yeah, awesome. Danya Paola and La Organica, two great choices. I've been at La Organica twice this just in the last 5 days. What am I running from? That's well, Portland, it's just the lack of quality of life. Not really running from anything. I just think that you can have a better quality of life for the money in quite a few other places, including Mexico City. I lived in Cuenca, Ecuador for a while. What I'm running, it's more about what I'm running to. I'm running to a better community. I'm running to be around like-minded individuals, people who think limitlessly like me, who see the glass as half full, people who don't tend to complain but tend to find reason and solution and growth in the struggles that they're faced with. I really have found that here in Playa del Carmen, and that's why I'm here. But I would say too that Mexico City and Cuenca were also fantastic experiences. Been subscribed for a month. Hey, Jesus Huerta. Love your channel, brother. Saludos from Cali. Appreciate you, my brother, and welcome to the community. Salud to you and yours. Really appreciate having you here. We got Tommy Moreland in the house. We were kings. Okay, awesome. Moving to Merida in 3 weeks. Aaron, congrats, my dude. Congratulations. That's great news. We got Corpus Christi, Texas. Okay. Home Improvement. Yes. Oh, man. What a classic from my childhood, guys. Home Improvement. Tim the Tool Man Taylor. And Al Moreland. Was it Al Moreland? Is that right? Great show. Yeah, Adam says, I want to go see El Salvador, especially with the new president, Bitcoin being huge down there. Yeah, why not combine that, Adam? Let us know how it goes. Please do. Been watching Raul Lopez. Hey, what's up? Yes, Ruben, I'm glad you like that. What I'm running to. Because Portland, as far as major cities in the U.S., I can't say that Portland's a bad place or a bad choice. Some people truly love it, and they found what they're looking for there, and I found what I'm looking for here. So yeah, that's what I ran to. Jesse, half okay, all right, interesting. Not really in Merida. Merida, I haven't, kept my thumb on the pulse of Merida very close, but I will be visiting there soon via Train Maya potentially. 2-floor suite at Royal Hideaway Playa Car. Wow, that sounds fancy. Please do let us know in the comments how that goes. Brent and Healy, hey. Yes. Thanks for sharing that feedback, Brent. Yeah. You got to stay positive. You got to keep your sense of humor. Ava was filming me the other day. Of course, we used some of that footage in the most recent video. She got me that little cart, the electric cart. I would have never done it, but she left her ID with the security person, got me the little cart. And we just had fun with it. We were joking around and laughing. And she was filming me when I was hobbling on my crutches. I did some shout outs to some friends. And we just, I think laughter is some of the best medicine. So, I've known people recently, close friends and family with stage 4 cancer who survived. I've known people with Crohn's disease who had part of their, or I should say irritable bowel, who've had part of their intestines removed, and they've stayed positive and they've survived. and not only survive but come out stronger, better people. So that's the lesson, guys, for sure. Brent, thanks for sharing that. Let's see, 1923 Yellowstone spinoff. Doing what you're doing is not an escape but an adventure. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Stylist. Charlie Ortega, yup. Edgar, love the analogy. Always stay positive and look at everything from a positive perspective. Facts, 100 right there. Man, so much love today, guys. How did I start traveling? I love that question. Eileen, how old were you when you started? What country did you first go to? I love all those questions. First country I ever went to was Mexico. And it's the same deal. It's what I was running to. My family was fairly dysfunctional, especially at that time. I was 18 years old. I had an 86 Camaro Berlinetta. And it was Thanksgiving Day, and my family was fighting on Thanksgiving. And I thought, you know what? This is not right. And I didn't plan on going to Mexico. I just got in my Camaro, loaded up a sleeping bag and some gear, and started going. And I had some money saved up from the 2 jobs I was working. I made it all the way down to Southern California, did some surfing. I thought, man, I feel good. This is great. And I ended up deciding, well, I'm right near the Mexican border. What if I went into, and this is back when you could cross the border driving without being stopped. I don't even know if I had a passport. Maybe I did. I had a driver's license. I drove into northern Baja, California, and that's the first experience I ever had with Mexico at 18 years old. I know what it's like to be working in the Mexican economy, making really crummy wages. I worked at a fruteria. I worked night security at a nightclub for 180 pesos a night. And this is back when the exchange rate was 10 to 1, guys. So I was making $18 a night working security and living in a camper for $40 a month. I stayed in Mexico for a little while, a few months, I think, and then finally drove back. And then I ended up driving all the way across the country and visiting friends in Florida. Went down to Key West, Florida, sold my Camaro, bought a Chevy step van and turned that into a camper, and continued traveling, going to music festivals, learning various trades, working as a mate on a catamaran in Key West, Florida. I've done it all, guys, and that's how the traveling began. And I would go volunteer at music festivals to get free admission. And I had some hippie friends who taught me how to make certain things, wild harvest white sage, and sell that. So I always got by, but that's how it all began, guys. So my first foreign country was Mexico. 16, 17, 18, 19 years ago almost now. Guys, I'm almost 37. So that answers those questions. And eventually my dad and I reconnected and became very close. But my family, I just got sick of the dysfunction. What I found in Mexico was exactly what I was looking for. I was a foreigner. I didn't speak Spanish back then. And this was during Thanksgiving. Shortly after Thanksgiving, I was there, and I spent Christmas and New Year's there with no family. And so my coworkers at the Crocodile in San Felipe, Baja Norte, where I was, they noticed this. I was a young foreigner, completely alone. They invited me into their homes for the holidays. I played loteria with them. They fed me. I was skinny. I was like 160 pounds at the time. It was a struggle. And they took me in and welcomed me with open arms. And so for that reason, Mexico has been and will always be near and dear to my heart. And the Mexican people, the hospitality and the love is something that truly means the world to me. And so thank you deeply, Eileen, from the bottom of my heart for that question, because I don't think I've ever really talked about that here on the channel. Raul, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Raul. It's called traveling, expanding your culture, perspective, horizon. the amount of things, I was just talking with this about this with some people in my building. I made it all the way up to the roof. Thanks, Jeremiah, for inspiring me. I went all the way up to the rooftop today with my crutches and sat with Laura and Jeremiah, and we talked about dating and talking with people from Brazil, Argentina, Cuba, Colombia, Peru, and so on, and all the things that we've learned from each different country and each different friend group from those countries. So yeah, expanding your horizons is everything. It's really, really important, Raul. Thanks for sharing that. Myron, hey man, Myron from Calgary, sending you some quick recovery. Thank you, my friend. We need more of your vids. My wife and I need as much info as possible about Playa. We want to move there in the next couple of years. Yeah, so guys, I sent Ava out with the camera yesterday to do a beach update, and the results are priceless. I mean, there's video of everything but beach updates. There's video of her playing ukulele. There's video of her drinking mate. There's video of her doing a michelada with her friends. She did at least manage to show what Playa 72 looks like. They did not, however, take a thumbnail photo, so I might make a chat GPT photo and then do like an overlay of Ava in her bikini for the thumbnail photo. Let me know in the comments if you guys would watch that, even though it's not me doing the beach update. Ava went out there and put in some effort, and she got distracted and was sharing mate with her friends and having a good time. Still very entertaining in my book. She brought the camera back late yesterday, and I was looking at the videos just cracking up. Difficult to leave my grandbaby and new one coming in July. Yeah, Tracy, I get that. Being far away from family is the hardest part of traveling and living abroad for sure. Aaron Freeman, do you know of any cheap marinas? I don't have any good info on the actual mooring prices. I wish I did. I'll keep an eye out for you, my friend, and see what I can figure out. Broke monster, praying for your speedy recovery, brother. Yeah, down but not out. Down but not out. A little bit over a year ago, I had a longboard accident. Someone left a hose out on 5th Avenue on the bike path, and I was flying on my longboard way too fast to jump off, and so I tried to unweight and fly over that. I ended up with my knee completely swollen up, and then I ended up back on my feet within a week. My neighbors took care of me, brought me pizza and salad, and this is before the channel was very big, so this is a blessing right here, guys. I can sit and drink mate with all of you guys. We've got 61 people in the chat right now, so happy TheRopeMonster. Yes, Charlie, she agreed to do the beach update. That's one thing I was just talking about. She didn't exactly do what we talked about. She was going to go all the way down to the Hilton and then just walk with the camera up to Playa 72. Instead, she met up with her friends and just stayed at Playa 72 drinking mate and playing ukulele. So, I mean, I could upload that if you guys want to see it. We'll see if she takes another crack at it maybe tomorrow. My hope is that she'll get out there tomorrow, and then I can have a proper Sunday beach update video for you guys, which is what I always try to do, is bring a Sunday beach update. My opinion on Xcaret, I think it's probably worth the price as a do not miss one-time experience. The local people love it. They of course get a better price. If you have your residence, it's cheaper. You also don't have to do the whole thing. You can just choose one of the parks to do. So, but there's a lot of other stuff to do. You can hit cenotes and beaches and rooftops and still have a really good time without doing Xcaret. But I know if you're doing it as a family, it makes for some unforgettable memories. The photos, and just the ease of it, the food, everything being there. I think Xcaret's probably worth it. Aaron, shout out to you with the Crohn's. Yeah, that's a really tough one. It's not easy, but I've got a couple friends who are still living really good lives with Crohn's. Let us know how you're doing, if you're still getting a lot out of life. I sure hope so, brother. That's not an easy one, though. Um, Adam says definitely worth at least doing Eshkata at once. I think that's spot on, Adam. The main park. Yeah, my hope here too, guys, this is a community, so if I can't properly answer a question, I love for all of you to chime in as well and answer questions. Man, I just ripped my shorts with my thermos. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. This mate though has been really picking me up, guys. I was pretty sleepy today. Just been napping a lot. Troy, saw you back in February and we talked about the beach erosion in front of the Rio Palace Placar. I believe I saw a video of the beach recovery there from you. I think just Mother Nature, but they might have done some backfilling. I think it's mostly just Mother Nature giving and taking on that. I don't know that there was, any effort made to bring in sand to help that erosion, but it is possible. Shalha, okay, Tommy, thank you for sharing that. Sean Carrillo, do you help people relocate to Playa? Not officially. I was actually just having this conversation with a buddy of mine, Jeremiah. I'm retired. I'm focused mostly on my investment portfolio and of course the YouTube channel. And my contribution is just my videos. I don't actually provide a service, and I don't have a business where I help people move down. There are companies and people who do that. I think largely it can be done on your own. I think especially if you can find the right information to fill in the gaps, and that's where I try to contribute with my videos. But thank you for that, Sean. Great question. Might have to look at multiple options. Troy, the government there talked about working on the beach there. Any sign of that? Well, there's definitely been more. I've noticed, that's a great question, Troy. Thank you. I've noticed more and more heavy machinery being utilized, and that doesn't happen without more and more government dollars. So I think there is sign of that. But the sargassum, last I saw, my buddy Jeremiah was down in front of Paradisus, Playa 88 area, and the sargassum was monstrous. There was a lot of it. So sometimes no matter how much they throw at it, the sargassum is going to be an issue. But as far as the erosion, I think there's some money being spent on, backfilling, things like that. How did you learn your Spanish? Just full on immersion. I did a full video on that. If you type in YouTube search TheRopeMonster, how I learned Spanish, there will be a video of me in Mexico City thoroughly explaining that. So check that video out if you want like the full breakdown. But the main answer, I studied in university, which, yeah, that's great. But I moved to Mexico after my divorce and I started dating Latinas. And I was also teaching English, volunteering, and I think the volunteering and dual immersion bilingual classes, I learned a lot from 7-year-olds, students, and I think that was, and then the other teachers, of course, but also Duolingo, listening to music in Spanish, watching movies in Spanish, just fully immersing myself, making sure to surround myself with native Spanish speakers as well was a big one. A lot of people come to Mexico and then just surround themselves with people from their own countries. Don't do that if you want to learn the language. Make meaningful relationships with Spanish speakers. Nothing will motivate you more to learn the language than loving someone who doesn't speak English or doesn't speak English as a first language. So that could be your girlfriend. It could be meaningful friendships. Form those relationships. It will give you no other option but to learn the language, period. Thank you, Kirk. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm happy that we've created a safe space here. We have a community where we can share things with complete transparency and just be open and share with each other. I think it's a beautiful thing here, these lives that we have created. I will try to get out and do a sunrise from the lifeguard tower, even if I have to get out there on crutches. I love those sunrise live streams. So, Troy, anyway, hopefully that answers your question. Ruben, Viva Mexico, a huevo. Jamie McDonald, hey, TheRopeMonster. Hey, Jamie. Ava Beach video will be awesome. Yeah, exactly, Kirk. I think the important thing is that she tried, and of course her camera work, it was actually pretty decent. She got her hand in a couple of the shots, but I think the important thing is that she tried and that we all give her some love in the comments. I think it'll be a pretty short video, but I think I'll upload it just for funsies, and we can all take the chance to thank Ava for her efforts. I think that'll be a positive thing for sure. Because I think going forward, I want her to help film a little bit, and I want her to be in more videos. It's just fun. I think the more the merrier. Let's see what else. I'm curious what video software you use. I've been just editing with CapCut Pro, Troy, and then I'm using, this is my camera right here, the DJI Action 5 Pro. And I actually don't really use this stick very often. I put this on here for Ava so she doesn't get her hand in the shots. I actually a lot of times just film by hand like this, and I make sure not to, of course the stick wouldn't be on here. I film like this and just make sure I don't cover the microphone or this little sensor right here. And this fuzzy thing is a wind furry to block the wind noise. So that's where the magic happens right there with this camera. And CapCut Pro, guys, I keep it simple. I think I pay $8 a month for that or something, maybe less. Ruben says, yes, we would watch it. I'm sure it will be funny. Exactly, Kirk. It's good for a laugh. Stick to walking, yeah. Stacy Wood, what is mate? Mate is a holly-like evergreen basically shrub. It's a slightly bitter, depending on which version you get and if it's cured or not. It's a fairly bitter herb that's rich in minerals and does actually contain caffeine, but it is one of the healthiest things scientifically proven, I guess, for cognitive function. So it's really good for the brain. As you can see, guys, I'm firing on all cylinders here, drinking the mate and answering all your questions, and good to see you here, Stacy. Thank you, my friend, as far as the take care wishes. Duolingo's great, Eileen, but you'll have to combine that with conversations with native speakers. I did have a really, really good professor. I went back to school for linguistics. I never finished my degree. I didn't need to. But I went back to college, and I had a fantastic professor, Hugo. Shout out if you're watching this, my old friend. He was actually a gringo who lived in Argentina for most of his life and was a brilliant man. He was very old even when he was my professor, so I truly hope, Hugo, that you're watching this somewhere warm and comfy with a mate, my brother. But yes, I think it's a multi-pronged approach, Eileen. You're going to want every little bit of exposure that you can get. One example I gave is that don't get your tacos to go. When you order tacos at a local taco stand, get your tacos for there, eat there, and just listen. And just listen to people talk. Listen to how they actually communicate. You can only learn so much from a textbook when it comes to Spanish, and there's some valuable things. You can put together the nuts and bolts of the language, but ultimately you're going to need repetitions and exposure. So that's my short answer to that. But I do have a full video on how I learned Spanish. I filmed it in Mexico City 7 or 8 months ago. And I thought it was a pretty good video. I think I threw in like 11 ways that I learned Spanish. Vaughn D, get well soon, brother. Kind of off topic, but do you recommend any local rental car companies? America's a good company. Look up the company America. They seem to be on the up and up. That's who Jim and Asami used when we went to Bacalar, and they didn't have any problems with them. Yeah, some of the big companies can be a scam. Uh, I think I used America in Mexico City. I rented a car and I went to Hidalgo. Didn't have any issues there. I went with Anna and her family, and I don't think we really had any serious issues with them. Mauricio, muchísimas gracias, carnal. Sigo como alumno, pero bueno, la escuela de la vida me ha enseñado muchísimo. Y las argentinas y las mexicanas también. Salud. Y las cubanas. Brother, I need your help. What's up? What's up? Bold Path. Ruben Castro, I've never been to Xcaret, but have been to Shalha. Awesome. Shalha is a must. While you're laid up, you can make the video about dating in Mexico. Well, Adam, I was actually just talking about that with some friends from my building, the dating video. I think I'm going to do some interviews. I think it's a fantastic concept for a video, especially since I became single again in February, started dating, not right away, but in March I started dating. And I think there's a lot to tell. Definitely enough there for a full video, if not a whole series of videos. Tennessee hiker, would you choose a trip to Cozumel day trip or make trip to Isla Mujeres for day trip? I think Cozumel's a more convenient, less hectic day trip. It's a lot easier. If you're staying in Playa del Carmen, I think Cozumel is probably the clear choice. Anyone else, feel free to chime in on that. Get well, buddy. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate that. Light source, bicycle accident. I've got a full video I just uploaded if you want to get filled in on that. Almost got hit by a car. Luckily, I bailed off the bike, realizing I wasn't going to be able to stop. Took a couple tumbles. My ankle's pretty swollen. I'm icing it as we speak and drinking mate. Life is good. No head injury, luckily. I was not wearing a helmet, but I will be wearing a helmet in the future. Hey, yeah, baby, Scuba Adventures. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, doing okay, on the mend for sure. Let's see what else we got. We got a lot here. Yeah, I got a comment from, it says you got a Latina GF, bro. Yeah, I've had pretty much all Latina girlfriends since moving to Latin America. I've either had Latina girlfriends or I've been single. I am going out with Ava. We're not like official. We're not doing the whole titles thing, but yes, dating an Argentinian, going out with an Argentinian, and could not be happier. She is a very, very sweet lady. She's been taking good care of me since I got hurt, as many of you have seen in the video. She's just a fantastic human being, and whether Latina or not, that's what we all look for, is hopefully what we look for is fantastic human beings to share our time with. That's the idea. At least that's what I look for. Hello from North Vancouver, British Columbia, in the house. What's up, Patrick? I love BC. Gotta love BC. Charlie says, want to relax and chill. Isla Mujeres, Cozumel's a day of, yeah, walking, learning, exploring. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, Charlie. Contributing here to the community. Ruben, thank you for your contributions as well. Light source, I got the Action 5 Pro. It's good. Yeah, this has been a game changer for me, guys. I love the Action 5. Fantastic camera. Wouldn't dream of filming with anything else at this point. I think the technology is just incredible. The built-in stabilization, what a camera, no doubt. Light source. Adam, let's see. Yeah, renting a car can be risky, Adam, no doubt. We actually went to a cenote the other day, and we had 2 of our tires punctured. Luckily, the car rental company, it was a very small company that my buddy Lee rented from, and they took care of everything. But some people punctured 2 tires and took the rear license plate, and it wasn't the police. The police will generally leave some type of ticket And this was just people who didn't want us at this particular cenote. Jesse, lucky live stream. Just found my shades from an earlier walk. Went to Brooklyn Bros. Solid. So happy to hear that, Jesse. Just getting into shenanigans up there in the PN Dub, right? What's up, bro? From Portland, Oregon. Cool vids. Have dual citizenship, U.S. and Mexico. Bigfoot Mafia. I'm from Portland, so Rip City in the house. Represent the Rose City, Bridge City. Good to have you here, my friend. Congrats on the dual citizenship. That's what I'm striving for as well. So blessed to know that my grandparents were from Mexico and I was exposed to both English and Spanish. Yeah, that's really, truly the best way, is to be immersed in it as a young kid. Trouble catching on. Yeah, Tennessee Hiker, they say the same thing about us too. When you're first trying to learn a language, it seems like it's coming in so hot. Like the rate at which I'm speaking in this live stream would be overwhelming for a native Spanish speaker trying to learn English, because I'm just rapid fire responding to questions. I have had some comments from native Spanish speakers saying that they use my videos to learn English, and they like that I generally speak a little bit slower and have a neutral accent. So Tennessee Hiker, if you can make those friends who are willing to slow it down a little bit, or maybe they just speak a little slower than most, then that will be extremely helpful for you. Yeah, watching videos, novelas, absolutely. That with the subtitles for sure. Good advice, Ruben. What's a polite way to ask someone if they're single without being creepy about it? Adam, I think that's, yeah. You can just be straightforward. Sometimes I'll ask, maybe it'll be my third or fourth question. ¿Y tienes novio? And do you have a boyfriend? It's a common question. So I think if it's not the first question, then it's not creepy. I think if you walk right up to someone and you're like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Maybe don't start with that. But if it's like the follow-up, the fifth or sixth question, that could be fine. Maybe call it the 3-minute rule. If you're 3 minutes into the conversation, you can drop that question. Going there Thursday, Rudy, awesome. Staying at Seaside, solid. Seaside, Matt C. The weather last year in June was there was a lot of storms. It was rainy. I gotta take the ice off this ankle. Hold up. Man, I am thoroughly frozen through and through. Oh, yeah, quite a bit of pain there. Oh, I prefer the meat sweats instead of the pain sweats. So last year we had tropical cyclones, and then we ended June with Hurricane Beryl. So a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and the silver lining was that July was actually pretty nice, and the sargassum was like washed away by the storms. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate that. Mexican, but in North Carolina now. Congrats to you. Hopefully all good things in North Carolina. Good content from Carson. Hey, Carson. Yeah, it's my pleasure, guys. Yeah, exactly. Those little tidbits, like the fact that there's a Banamex next to Chedraui. A lot of people didn't know about that, including Ava. We went up there the other day to pull some cash out after La Organica. And it was entertaining for her because I managed to hop on the escalator on crutches. And I was pretty proud of myself. But thank you, Carson, for the feedback. It's why I do the videos, is just to try to make life a little bit easier in Playa for everyone and just more enjoyable, sharing things I've learned along the way. I used to go all the way to Benito Juarez to get to a Banamex, and then when I realized there was a Banamex, a brand new branch above Chedraui, I was like, yes, that's a win. The world needs to know. So I've been using that one for at least, I think, the last 6 months. Adam says, I met a cute woman at diving education place. Ran into her again at Fogon. We talked for a while. I got her WhatsApp. How do I ask if she's single? Everyone chime in for Adam if you can on the dating front. I would say just once again, I just come out and ask, like, and do you have a boyfriend? ¿Tienes novio? Usually the straightforward is the best. It shows confidence. Living in Colosio since 5 years, and I'm really happy about your positive videos and positive attitude. Thank you, Carson. I love Colosio as well. I've been in Colosio for quite some time, and when I used to come down here, when I lived in Puerto Vallarta, I would come down here and people say, oh, don't go over there, you'll get shot, or it's really dangerous. And I think it's gotten safer and safer over the years, but I think it was always a little bit overblown. People thinking it wasn't safe. And you said you've been 5 years in Colosio. I'd love to hear how you feel about the safety and the community itself. I've always felt really welcome and fairly safe in Colosio. I think it's a great neighborhood. Get a knee scooter. I'm not there yet, Rudy. I just, I thought about the knee scooter. We'll see. I'm doing okay on crutches, but my armpits are a little sore. Lisa B will be there end of May. Are there a lot of comedy clubs? There is one, but I didn't go, and I can't remember the name of it. I was invited to it. My buddy's brother was doing a show there, and I couldn't make it, but I truly can't remember the name. Hopefully someone else can answer that. Sorry to hear you had an accident. Thank you, Hugh. Yeah, I'm on the mend. Hugh and Liz, I appreciate you guys very much. Much love. Yeah, no, I'm doing everything right. I'm doing a lot of ice, a lot of healing. The rice factor: rest, ice, compression, elevation. As you know, I'm also a massage therapist. Expect to have discomfort on the opposite side of your body from the compensation. For sure. You're not wrong, Ruben. I just used my left side quite a bit to get up and then down the stairs. There's no elevator in my building, but I really wanted to go up to the rooftop and get some fresh air and enjoy the birds and some time with my friends. So I did that, and I'm sure my left leg and hip will be quite sore tomorrow. Getting back down was the fun part. Isaac Hernandez just left Playa. Went to most of the restaurants you recommended in videos. Everything was amazing. Awesome. So glad to hear that, Isaac. Very happy to hear that. I apologize for any flickering, guys. My lamp is a little bit on the fritz. What is the restaurant in Playa that looks like it's in a cave? Oh, man. You put me on the spot. Who can answer that? I'm trying to think. Are you talking about the one on 38th? Tennessee hiker. I'm trying my best to rack the brain here. When you're in pain, I'm in quite a bit of pain. When you're in pain, you can get a little bit blocked as far as memory and things. So I'm doing my best, guys. I'm feeling pretty good. Overall, considering how much pain I was in on Sunday and Monday, I'm doing quite a bit better now. Let's see, Tommy Moreland. Alush, that's right. Yes, Alush. A-L-U-X. Thank you so much, Tommy, for answering Tennessee Hiker's question. I knew you guys would know. Tracy, Alush as well. Thank you, guys. That's a Mayan word pronounced Alush. And there we go, Tommy with the pronunciation win as well. Awesome, guys. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. I realize I'm just a couple behind here. Yeah, okay, good. Thanks for sharing that, Carson. Yeah, Colosio for the win. A nice combination of safety and affordability. Tommy, let's down there for the 25th. Excellent. Excellent, guys. The community vibes are strong here. Everyone's helping out, answering each other's questions. I really love to see that so much. Thank you all. Have you tried out the Costalao meat place next to the Chedraui? Yes, Carson. I actually did a video there The title, I believe, is Did I Just Find the Best Steak in Playa del Carmen? And I went there and I was shocked by the affordability of it. I did this video, I want to say late November or early December of last year. Costelao Prime. Back then it was under $30 per person for an all-you-can-eat Brazilian-style steakhouse. So the buffet, all-you-can-eat Brazilian style, they bring you, you turn the thing to the green, and they bring you picanha and all the other delicious cuts. They've got 8 cuts of steak, 20 cuts overall that they'll bring you. And you just made me hungry, Carson. But yes, I did a video on that, and I love it. I've been to that place 5, 6, maybe 7 times. I went with Randy the diver. I went with my friend from volleyball, Meyer Ling. I've gone solo a few times. The manager invited me back on the house. So just a lovely place. And they always treat me really well in there. So let's see, Lisa B, I'm interested in deworming while in Playa. Is that something you or most people do? Yeah, Lisa, that's a great question, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. It's something a lot of my friends do. You can do it, it's as simple, and this is not medical advice, of course, but you can go to Walmart and actually buy the deworming pills over in the supplements area. You can find 2 different options. Once again, I would talk to your medical professional or doctor about which one to choose. But there's I think I want to say mebendazole, and there's one other one. I think it's just 2 tablets, and that's the whole thing. I think you take them consecutive days and you're done. And then I think most doctors down here will say you want to actually repeat that after a certain amount of time, because if you have any eggs, and this is an uncomfortable subject for some people, but if you have any eggs that then hatch, like say you do have worms, then you'll want to take the same treatment a certain amount of time later, but leave that up to your doctor. I think it's like 2 pills, then you wait 7 to 10 days and do 2 more. But I've done it, yeah, and I don't think I had any worms, but I think it's good to cover your bases. But just check with your doctor to make sure your organs and your body's healthy enough, or that you don't have any current prescriptions that will interact with those drugs. That's something that only your doctor can really answer. Let's see. But great question, Lisa. Thank you. Let's see. Similar spots. Had a scooter accident just after saw you at Playa 72. Oh no. Man, and it does happen, guys. Scooters and bicycles, motorcycles, the accidents are just rampant on a daily basis in Playa del Carmen. I saw a terrible scooter accident when I was filming the Sasil Ha video, and out of respect to the people involved, I did my best to not get any of that in the video, but I did mention it. And it was at the intersection of, I want to say, like 15th and 44. And just 2 people went through the same intersection, and neither of them stopped, and they hit each other full speed. So it was pretty bad. So yes, please exercise extreme caution if you're on a motorcycle, scooter, bicycle. And then on the other hand, if you're driving a car, please do look twice for scooters and bicyclists. Even if they're being irresponsible, you don't want to be that person who hits a motorcyclist or a scooter or a bicyclist just because it was their fault. Still do your best to look out for these people, even if they're making silly decisions. You don't want that on your conscience, hitting someone. So anyway, Jose, thank you, my friend. Mr. Big Bud Guy, Simpson, are you feeling better after the accident? Are you recovered? Hopefully you didn't sustain any serious injuries, my friend. What is it you like more in PDC rather than Puerto Vallarta? Stacy, great question. There's a lot of things I do like about Puerto Vallarta. For me, what really does it in Playa is the youthful vibes, the health community, the fitness, the meditation community. What I found in Puerto Vallarta is that a lot of people there were just kind of either in the party scene or they were day drinking a lot. It was an older expat group too, and I wanted a younger expat group. I wanted people who were still producing something, even in retirement, who still had plans to do more and more and more. I like the networking in Playa del Carmen. I think it's a great place to be a digital nomad. I think it's a great place to be an investor. I think it's a great place to disconnect as well if you want to do nothing and maybe join these alternative therapy groups, combo therapy, ayahuasca. We have all that here in abundance. One thing I'll say I like better about Puerto Vallarta is the hiking in the surrounding mountains and areas, Boca de Tomatlan, Yelapa, Chimo, Las Animas. To the north, you've got Rincon de Guayabitos, Punta de Mita, Sayulita, and this beautiful sunsets in Puerto Vallarta as well. So both have their benefits, but Playa is the right place for me at this time. Do anything wrong with that because your tips have never failed so far. Awesome, Carson. Thank you, my friend. And yeah, Stacy, hopefully that answers your question properly. I'm going to take a bite of my peanut butter and celery. It's just so good. Tastes like my childhood. Got this Mr. Organic peanut butter. And just an abundance of celery. Saving this, I got this chocolate right here too, so just treating myself, just out here doing it right. Troy says he got a sprained foot last year after falling off the garage roof. Man, not cool at 64 years of age. I would say not cool at any age, but yeah, definitely at 64. Those beach walks will probably be your biggest challenge going forward for a while, for sure, Troy. I might have to get myself a walking stick. Yeah, that's a good idea there, Ruben. Thanks for sharing that. Words of wisdom. Yeah, the traffic speed's usually pretty slow in Playa. That's the saving grace, is a lot of these accidents, these scooter and motorcycle and bicycle accidents aren't generally fatal, but people do sustain some pretty serious injuries, which is no fun. Living with disabilities and injuries is a struggle. And you can take some good out of it, but obviously best avoided. It's like, thank goodness though that yeah, people aren't going at breakneck speeds here for the most part. The highway is a different story. Those on-ramps getting onto the highway are very, very dangerous. Yes, look in all directions if driving a car. Oh man, the separated shoulders are bad. That's a tough one. But I'm sending you the good vibes as well, my friend. I'm sure you'll recover from it. It's just the shoulders really take time. I was extremely fortunate because I fell onto my right side and rolled, but I actually didn't hurt my shoulder. I took a lot of it and absorbed it pretty well with my elbow and then rolled a few times to avoid any kind of severe impact. A lot of times the wrists can get hurt. I've got no wrist injuries, luckily at all. When I fell on my skateboard, I had terrible, terrible pain in the wrist when I hit that hose on 5th Avenue last year. Cuídate mucho, que mejores pronto. Gracias, Olga. Olga, María, gracias. Muy amable. Abrazo. I've never been to Puerto Vallarta, but I hear that PDC has more visitors from Europe. Yeah, that's true too, Ruben. One thing I notice about Puerto Vallarta, it's a lot of Western Canadians, a lot of people from Alberta and British Columbia, and of course the west coast of the US. And then with the Cancun airport being so convenient to fly into from Spain, we get a lot of Europeans. And I love that multinational friend group that I've built here and the exposure to multiple languages, French, German, and all sorts. I've got friends and subscribers now from Denmark who make their way down here. Bjarn, I'm talking to you, my friend. Shout out. And yes, the bike is okay except for the front wheel. Bjarn, for those of you who don't know, gifted me the bike when he left Playa. So I love the multinational European influence here, Ruben. Thanks for pointing that out. Banger, I can't decide whether to go Dominican Republic or Playa del Carmen. Keep in mind, I'm a fitness guy. I'm listening to your explanation of Playa versus Puerto Vallarta. The fitness scene in Playa is fantastic. I can't speak directly to the Dominican. I've got some subscribers who love it out there. Me personally, I'm incredibly motivated here all the time with fitness because I'm surrounded by fit people, men and women alike. Everyone here is fit. Ava's incredibly fit. Her back musculature is impressive. I'm in awe when I look at her. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she's just nice to look at, and that's true with a lot of people in Playa. Is the physiques are impressive, and also there's a big natural fitness community here. I know for a fact that Ava's not doing steroids or anything like that. She's just fit. She's putting in the work. And a lot of folks here are just simply putting in the work with diet. They're getting their sunshine, they're getting their vitamin D, and they're putting their time in walking, cycling, swimming, gym. It's just a very conducive place to fitness. And we have bicycle paths. You can walk north to south the entire length of Playa for the most part without even leaving the beach. A lot of folks swim from Cocoa Beach to Punta Esmeralda every morning. There's just a paddleboard community. There's a huge diving community. Everything is fitness here in Playa. So, Banger, I hope that helps your decision. But the fitness scene here is just beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing. Name one food I must have when I come down that I wouldn't really find in the U.S. Man, I mean, I would say machetes at El Sabor de los Ortegas. Specifically, I've done a number of videos featuring that spot, but a machete is a giant quesadilla with a handmade corn tortilla. If it's done right, it's for sure a handmade tortilla. And usually they're about 34 to 38 centimeters long, full of either barbacoa or some type of steak or chicken and cheese, and then of course served with salsas. Also, I would say Tennessee hiker pozole. Yes, you can probably find pozole in the US, but it's not going to be as good as it is in Mexico. Imposible. Doña Paola, if you're coming to Playa del Carmen, is my #1 pick for pozole. Ungentrified, 100 pesos, close to 5th Avenue. It's between 10th and 15th on 6th Avenue, this little blue building with some stairs that go up. And it's like eating in her home. Doña Paola is a kind, beautiful soul. But she'll feed you like you're her grandson or her son. And so those two foods, machete and or pozole, and now you know the two spots, El Sabor de los Ortegas and Doña Paola for the pozole. Tennessee hiker. There you have it. Get well soon. We're coming to Playa in August for the first time. My partner can't walk far, so where can we rent a mobility scooter? Recommend booking one. Mobility scooter, that's a tough one. There's a couple of different medical supply places where a good friend of mine bought the materials to do the surgery on my back. He removed a cyst that I had in my back, but I don't remember if they rented those mobility scooters or not. I'll have to do some more digging. Hopefully someone in the comments here has an answer for that. First time in PDC, saw a bad motorcycle accident middle of the night, almost sure lethal. Yeah, it just takes one little split second, Adam. So hopefully everybody's exercising extreme caution, whether driving a motorcycle, a scooter, bicycle, or a car or a truck. We all have to look out for each other. It's all of our responsibilities. I got lucky But some people don't get as lucky, unfortunately. Have you ever visited Costa Med Playa? I have not. I think that it's a little bit expensive. I've looked into MRIs and stuff there, and they seem a little expensive. Um, but I don't have all the details on Costa Med. I use the walk-in clinic. I just recently used 2 very cheap clinics to get my x-rays and doctor visit for this instance, and I wanted to bring you guys that value, so I made a full video on that I just uploaded today. Check that out if you haven't already and you're looking for a $4 doctor visit or a $10 x-ray. I've got a killer walking stick for you. Man, I would take you up on that, Mr. Big Bud, Guy Simpson. Yeah, I could use a walking stick. I had a really good walking stick when I lived in Ecuador, and part of the reason was the altitude was tough. It was a lot of mountains and hills, but a lot of it was wild dogs attacking in groups of 7, 8, or even 10 or 12 dogs. And if you have a long stick, that can actually save your life if you get attacked by dogs. And Ecuador, yes, you can get attacked by dogs. Mexico as well, but especially Ecuador. So Adam says PDC is safer than the Dominican. I can't really speak to that. I have some people who go to the Dominican and say it's really safe, so it's hard to know. I have not yet made it out that way. Sending good vibes for speedy recovery. Saludos from Texas. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, sweetheart. We got Nadira. Oh my God, dude, hope you're okay. Yeah, just a little bit of crutch life. As you can see, the crutches there. Yeah, I'm okay, guys. I'm just doing my mate and my coconut water. I will have to get up. I've had a lot of mate. I will have to get up and make my way to the restroom shortly. I will stay on for those of you who want to stick around, guys, and I'll try to get to the rest of the questions and comments. Helmet, gloves, and boots, and second guess everyone. That's the best advice, James Jordan, that I've heard for fellow motorcyclists, scooter enthusiasts, and bicyclists as well. I mean, even if you're not wearing full gear as a bicyclist, put a helmet on. I will be buying a helmet for sure. I was so lucky this time. I'm not going to expect to get lucky like that again. And I will wear a helmet and second guess everyone. Have you ever visited Acapulco? No, I have not yet, Peter. I know they were hit with some really unfortunate, devastating hurricanes. I actually had a trip planned and didn't make it because of that. But it's on the list, and I will go at some point. I've got Chiapas and Oaxaca on the mind. I've made it to Puerto Escondido, but I'm going to thoroughly explore the coast of Oaxaca here soon. Guys, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I have to unmate for a moment. Give me 1 minute, guys, and I'll be right back with you. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. And I'm back. Getting pretty good on these crutches. It's not my first rodeo. All right, let's see. I have to do a little more mate. All right. Nadira, thank you guys so much. Troy King, have you been to Papa Charlie? I still haven't been. I've had it recommended so many times. Hey, we got someone from India. What's up, my friend? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys for sticking around. I was in the bathroom. I had to let the mate out. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes already, guys. Time flies when you're with good company. And Ruben, thank you so much for all your contributions, answering questions here. You've been a huge help. Marcos, Mateo, Hernandez. What's up, my brother? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te trata la noche, hermano? ¿Todo bien? I wish I could hang out longer, but I got an early day tomorrow. All right, Tommy. Appreciate you, Tommy Moreland. Has left the building. Take it easy, brother. Jay, one food, don't eat the habaneros. Yeah, especially that restaurant we hit in Cozumel. Those were next level. They should have had to have like a permit for those. Lisa, when I visit, how do I participate with the fitness community? Lisa, that's a great question. So every Monday night at 6 p.m., my good friend O'Harry does a group fitness thing at the Deportivo on 10th Avenue over there right by Chedraui. So that is free. It's donation based. And from there, you will be officially in the fitness community. You'll get to meet and network with O'Harry and everyone in the group. But that's Mondays at 6 p.m. at the Deportivo, Lisa. That is my number one recommendation. Also, you can head out to, if you're into beach volleyball, you can go to Playa 72 Colosio and you can meet the volleyball community out there. But I would check Facebook groups for sure as well. Stacy, thank you for answering. I'm 50 and love the nature in Nayarit. I felt old in PDC. Yeah, and I could see how that could be a thing. Nayarit is just fantastic, and Playa is definitely a younger vibe. I'm still in my mid-30s, and so for now, it really is the place to be, and I'm just thoroughly enjoying the community here. But I think that we all want to be where we want to be where we feel like we belong. And when I was in Ecuador, the expat community was way older. It was like 60 was young, 70s was the norm. And so I did get bored in Cuenca, Ecuador. I was there for 7 months. It was just too old of a group for me. Matt C says, Rope, Tulum or Playa del Carmen? Hopefully some other folks chime in on this. I say Playa del Carmen all day. The walkability, the beach access, the community, the people. Tulum is just turning into quite the nightmare, in my opinion. I don't even go there anymore. Haven't really gone back since, 2018. I've passed through. The taxi situation's rough. Getting from the Pueblo to the beaches is rough. That being said, I think it's worth visiting. I think there's some cenotes and beaches and ruins and all sorts of things to see. But I think as a home base and a place to spend serious time, if you like walkability and just easy access, no nonsense access to the beaches, Playa del Carmen is number one, hands down. Sorry guys, my ice pack was leaking. Number one, hands down, the way to go, Matt. We got Park Millennium. I just wanted to take a moment to send you good thoughts and vibes as you're recovering, sending you lots of positive energy. Thank you so much, Jurek. I really appreciate it, my brother. Made by a Native American in Oklahoma. It's really awesomely carved. That sounds really cool, Simpson. That sounds great. Ariel Arriaga, what's the ladies' info for Spanish Zoom classes? I remember that I've gotten that question from you, I think, a few times. I think that the person I mentioned was Speak Like a Local. It's an online, it's not through Zoom necessarily, so that's the one I mentioned. Let us know in the comments, guys, anyone else who has some Spanish learning info for Ariel. Jay, can you please shout out my Nick? How do I say the last name? Nick Gur? Nick Gur, is that correct, Jay? All right, so big shout out to Nick here, guys. Big fan of the channel. Big Rope Monster shout out to Nick. Awesome, man. And thank you, Nick, for supporting the channel and my dream of being a YouTuber. The channel's about to hit 10,000 subscribers, and so life is really good, and your support means the world to me. Thank you, Nick. Lucha Libre, I think there is, but I haven't done that yet, and I really need to branch out and do that. Tennessee hiker, great question. If anyone knows where to catch Lucha Libre in Playa del Carmen, please do let us know here in the group, in the chat. Yeah, and any thoughts on Tulum as well, please do share, guys. Tulum is expensive, Ruben. Yes, the beach clubs. I mean, if you compare the prices of a beach club in Puerto Morelos versus Tulum, it's mind-boggling, the difference. It really is. And I would say that Playa del Carmen is somewhere right in the middle, and geographically it's right in the middle as well, as far as beach club prices, just to use beach clubs as a reference. Mr. Big Bud Guy Simpson says Playa over Tulum. Puerto Escondido, I love it. Benito, I'm actually heading there with Ava here not too long from now. I just need to recover my ankle because I gotta surf. If I'm gonna be in Puerto Escondido, I gotta get on a surfboard. Playa Carrizalillo is one of my very favorite beaches. Iconic, all those stairs you go down. Wonderful break there. I cannot wait to go back to Puerto Escondido. Benito, thanks for sharing that. I did a video there, guys. For those of you who haven't seen it, you can always just YouTube search TheRopeMonster Puerto Escondido. I was there last September. Lisa B. I don't know of anyone who's gone to Costa Med for that, for parasites or worm removal or anything like that. I think it's usually done as a very simple, 2-time or 4-time tablet to remove parasites and worms. It's something that's very affordable and available to everyone in Latin America, especially Mexico. You can go to Walmart and just buy the deworming tablets. Not medical advice, consult your doctor first, but all right, so we've got Benito here. I teach Spanish, I'm from Mexico. Please leave your info. Feel free to do that, Benito. No shame in leaving your info. A lot of folks here are trying to learn Spanish, so you're in the right place. Which beach clubs do you recommend? I like Martina Beach Club. I don't go to a lot of beach clubs. I prefer to set up my own umbrella and chairs with my own friend group, my own music. But Mamita's Martina Beach Club, I think Martina's a really nice spot, especially right now. The sargassum hasn't been bad there. I was there just 2 weeks ago at Martina with a subscriber, Exley. Shout out Exley. The volleyball community is there at Playa 72 Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. There's 4-on-4 from 3 p.m. until basically dark. The nets are privately owned, so just ask for the owner of the net and ask if you can join in. This time of year is a great time to go because there's a lack of players. People start leaving Playa and going home, going back to Europe, and so on and so forth. So if you come right during high season, you try to get into the volleyball games, it can be tough. You can be told, hey, we have too many players, you can't play. Or they might say, yes, you can play, but you have to wait 3 or 4 games between. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday are the main days for volleyball in Playa Colosio. Thank you, Carson. Much appreciated, my friend. Eileen, how did you come up with your YouTube name? I started with battle ropes, and I was doing battle ropes. I was extremely jacked. I was really focused on my diet, my supplements, my training, and I was doing heavy, like 2-inch battle ropes. And a couple of friends of mine were watching me and filming, and they were like, "Man, you're a monster on those ropes." And then later, when I started the Instagram and then the YouTube channel, I was thinking, monster, ropes, rope monster, the rope monster. And I thought to myself, if the Liver King or Mr. Beast can be a thing, why not the rope monster? And I went away from the fitness niche, of course, for obvious reasons. It's very competitive. I don't think it's the healthiest space. If I'm being honest, I think there's a lot of pressure to be the biggest and the strongest, and people tend to use steroids and other things. And there's not a lot of longevity there. And just fortuitously, I ended up turning it more into a retire early expat life. It became what it is now, but I kept the name. I like the name, the Rope Monster, and it stuck. And but that's there. Eileen just coming at me with some good questions today. Thanks, Eileen. So there's the backstory there. Randy McQuiston, Idaho. Randy in the house. Many prayers, bro. Fast recovery. I know how it feels. I know you do, Randy. You had yourself one heck of a bad accident, and you've been an inspiration from the day I met you in person, and the way we've kept in touch since. You've truly inspired me, my brother. And seeing you camping, snowboarding with your kids, living life to the maximum capacity at which you can is literally spot on to how we got to do it. Just live at your push yourself and recover and keep enjoying life. And Randy, you have really done that, my friend. You have inspired me in a huge way. So happy to see you living life, man. Troy King, sorry, Rope Monster. I too had to take a washroom break. Still haven't gone to Papa Charlie. No, I really need to. It's at the top of the list. There's just so many restaurants to try and only so much room in my belly. All right, we got Craig in the house from Montreal. Awesome. Yeah, such a good group here today, guys. This has been a lot of fun. We're at 92 minutes. Let's hit the 100-minute mark. We did that in the last live stream when Gabby joined us. That was a lot of fun. And I'll take these last 7 or 8 minutes to answer as many questions as I can. And also just to thank you all. Linda, thank you so much for the get well wishes. We got Bella in the house. Get well soon. I'm hooked on watching your videos. Thank you so much. Feels like I'll know my way around Playa del Carmen when I go. Yeah, I'm so glad you're finding the videos useful. Ruben, sunny Playa Mamitas area is nice. I think Rope Monster said they might be tearing down. Yes, that they're apparently tearing down Mamitas and building condos. That's the way the story goes. You never know until it actually happens, but I've noticed they've not made any repairs on Mamitas. They've kind of let it fall into disrepair. And so I could speculate that that's because they're probably going to end up knocking it down and they don't want to spend the money. So Ruben, yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I would highly suggest that everybody take the time to enjoy Mamitas while it's still there, because it is truly iconic. As I take another bite of my very very American U.S. childhood celery and peanut butter snack. Nom nom nom. Eileen, another great question. How long? Well, first of all, Randy, bro, same thing to you, man. Pure inspiration. You're the best. New videos always make my day. Thank you so much, Randy. Much love, brother. A little coconut water. Cheers to you, my friend. Ah, it's just so good when it hits your lips. I love coconut water. Ava had to go to work and she's got other stuff going on. And she went and brought me 3 liters of coconut water before she took off. So amazing woman, that Ava, I gotta say. Many of you have probably seen the latest video on the bicycle accident at the clinic. Ava, you know, you could see she was a little bit annoyed with me. It was 6:45 in the morning. She went to the clinic, held a place in line for me. So just really, she's been amazing. Eileen, I've been investing, great questions. I've been investing since my early 20s. And I hold all individual stocks. I talk about that a little bit in the live streams we've been doing on Mondays. We missed it this week because of the state I was in. I was at the medical clinic getting x-rays instead of doing the live stream. But yes, I'm in all individual stocks, which is considered risky, but I do my due diligence. I analyze the companies. Thoughts on Notre Dame in 2025? I really don't know, Spaceman. Hopefully someone's got something to chime in with there. Stacy, we got Stacy Noble in the house. Hello from Calgary, Canada. She said, I believe, Stacy, you said that I would heal better if I was in my Speedo. We'll find that out. Tomorrow I might put the Speedo on and try to hobble down to the cenote on my crutches here. Nothing like a guy in a Speedo walking with crutches. That's just a sight to behold for sure. So no, thanks for the good laugh, Stacy, on your comment on the recent video. Speedo's party for 10K subscribers, Ruben says. Yeah, it's such a mixed bag. I love the enthusiasm, Ruben. I had a couple of subscribers like, please no Speedo, please God no. And then, but it just seems like such a good vibe. Every time I wear the Speedo, I have fun. And so it's like the Speedo has magic powers. It's just magic Speedo. Yes, exactly, Stacy. Crutches and a Speedo. Yeah, hopefully no crutches for the 10,000 subscriber party. Just the Speedo. Powerlifting gyms in Playa. I don't think there's any specific powerlifting gyms. Maybe there are. Hopefully someone knows. But I would say that World Gym. I would say that World Gym is more oriented toward that than, like, say, Evolve. I think there's more squat racks and things like that. So I would try World Gym, Tennessee Hiker. I think that's a great question. World Gym is a great community over there. Oscar, if he's still working over there, is one heck of a resource as well. If you want to get into the running groups or any other type of fitness group, Oscar is just a fantastic guy. So ask for him. Do mention that the Rope Monster told you to ask for Oscar. He'll get a laugh out of that. He's a great dude. Small video about the little casino in PDC. Amazing, Adam, that you mentioned that. Yes. Okay. So you're talking about the one on 10th, correct? So I just recently had the manager of that casino reach out to me, and he wants me to do a video there. And I haven't done a video on gambling in Playa del Carmen or casinos, but I think it would be a cool one. I think I could make it part of a bigger video, or I can just do a specific video of gambling, Playa del Carmen, what's it like, and feature that casino. Adam, thanks for mentioning that. What was your experience? You said you had fun. Did you win any money there? Did you come out ahead? Ruben, nice chatting with you all. Love you, Rope Monster, and all of you be safe and love one another. Thank you, Ruben, for everything, the contributions, the good vibes, as always. Really appreciate you coming by, stopping in for the live stream. This has been a great one. We're right at almost 100 minutes. Eileen, have a great day, night, everyone. signing out. Take care. Thank you, Eileen, for the great questions and just the good vibes. And thank you so much for the love for Ava as well. I'll make sure to screenshot that and then pass that love along to Ava from you, Eileen. Thank you. How's the weather out there going at the end of this month? It's getting hot, Joey. Not gonna lie, it's getting hot, but it's beautiful. Really, no rain yet. Not a lot of rain. It's kind of looked like it's gonna rain a couple times, but it's been really nice. Vega, we got Romans 5:8, but God demonstrates His own love for us in this, while we were still sinners. Yeah, yeah. Great value add there. Really appreciate sharing the scripture. Adam actually came out ahead at the casino. It's not a common occurrence for me. The beers were also cheap. Awesome. I'll make sure to feature that. How cheap are we talking for the beers, Adam? Pretty much just played blackjack, 50 peso minimum, which is really low. Yeah, that sounds fun. I haven't done a video in Holbox, Ariel, but I will, and I can't wait to go. Just kind of disappear out there, the quiet island life. Happy Mother's Day to all moms on here. Absolutely, Tennessee. Thanks for sharing that. Happy Mother's Day to all indeed. Banger Rope Monster, you're the best. Love you. All right. Appreciate you, Banger. Hope to see you down here in Playa in the fitness scene. Hopefully we can get some gains together. Maybe we can see each other at the Monday night, 6 p.m. Nomad Abs group fitness thing done by O'Harry at the Deportivo. That is a great community there. And guys, do subscribe to Nomad Abs on YouTube. O'Harry, what a fantastic service he's providing. It's a free group setting, fitness, calisthenics, things like that. Every Monday, donation based. And he really doesn't ask for anything other than you show up and bring good vibes only. Yeah. So guys, all right. I think that does it for today's live stream. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a good time to come to Playa. The sargassum's been a little bit of an issue. It is getting really hot, Banger, but if you can handle the heat, come on through. What playa is closest to me? I'm fairly near Playa Coco Beach and Playa 72, and then not too far from Playa 38 as well. Yes, Jeremiah, the coffee helped. And then, Jeremiah, thanks for showing up, man. We were just talking about you and the food you brought me earlier. I've been doing some mate now, not to overdo the coffee. So we were just wrapping this one up, Jeremiah, but thanks for stopping in, brother. In person and in the live stream. Guys, leave some love for Jeremiah for bringing the Rope Monster the Gaines food. He brought me like a whole chicken and some arrachera. So good night, Stacy. Good seeing you here. Randy, much love to you, my brother. Glad to see you doing well in Idaho. We got Jamie McDonald. Love watching all your videos. So glad to hear you're resting up. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you as well, Jamie. I got your comments recently. I got a little bit behind on comments, and I saw your comments. Really wish I would have run into you as well, but hopefully next trip. Yeah, I mean, Mazatlan is great, but it's a vibe down here. I mean, Yucatan's great. Merida could be a good home. A lot of folks seem to be moving to Merida, so I think it seems like you're onto something there, and there's a good community forming there. So, guys, it's almost 11 p.m. here, guys. I'm gonna eat a little more celery and peanut butter, drink a little more mate, and hobble to the bathroom and brush the pearly whites, and I will see you guys hopefully from the lifeguard tower very, very soon for a sunrise live stream as soon as I can physically make it out there. Rope Monster out. Much love to all of you guys. Thanks again. Salud. Oh no, Jose, welcome. We're just signing out, brother. Good night, Chris. Yeah, Jose, do feel free to go back and rewatch. There have been some really beautiful moments here. Adam, thank you, my friend. Jose, what's going on with you briefly? Let us know what you're up to. And thank you, Carson, for all your contributions in the live stream today. It's been a lot of fun. Adam, you have just been, as always, a wealth of knowledge. And Adam, I really appreciate you sharing so much great info and also asking us all some questions as far as breaking the ice on some of these dating questions. So it's been a lot of fun, guys. Ariel, we'll see you later on. Been a great live stream. It just goes to show that good things can come out of some negative or some bad things like injuries. Like, it's been a good one. I'll see you guys later on. Rope Monster out.